Consumer Education Services, Inc., CESI. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, we've already helped more than 300,000 individuals and families. We understand many people get into debt for a variety of reasons, often through no fault of their own. And the caring counselors at CESI are ready to take the time to listen to your situation, understand what you're going through, and offer a proven plan to help reduce your interest rates, lower your monthly payments, and help you get out of debt as quickly as possible.
Empowerment is key because I've heard clients say, the stress of my financial situation was impacting my marriage. That doesn't have to be that way. The stress of my financial situation was impacting my health. They don't have to live that way. There are solutions and answers that can be quite simple just by letting somebody else in, and then they have the opportunity to not have their lives impacted in such significant ways.
You can form such a special bond, like when there are people going through tragedies, there could be a death in the family or a hurricane or a fire, just being able to help them and not saying, well, there's nothing we can do for you. Just the fact that, okay, I can help you. This is what I can do for you. It just kind of takes the worry and the stress off of them because we're not creditors. We're actually people just like they are, and we treat them as such. And so they begin to relax and they begin to trust us, and it's beautiful.
Here at CESI, we have a motto that says, every call counts, every family matters. And we take that to say, it doesn't matter what your situation is. We want to take all the time that we can to spend with you and resolve your issues. If it's not something we can completely resolve, we're definitely going to get you the resources that you need to at least help or point you in the right direction of getting the assistance that you need.
Knowing that they have a peace of mind, I think that's what a lot of people are really looking for, a peace of mind, a way out of this crisis that they're in. So when I go home at night, I feel like I accomplished something where I'm giving them that peace of mind, like, hey, you do have somebody here that's, that can definitely help you get out your situation.
I would speak to people that really, they just didn't know where to go. They didn't know which way was up. It was a little overwhelming. And it seems simple to us that we do it every day, but for them, just actually mapping things out and having them know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel does a lot. Just speaking to them and telling them that it's going to be okay, giving them that confirmation, helps them, move forward and feel better about the financial situation.
That's a big part of the job, just trying to make sure that they understand that we're here for them and that we want them to be successful in the program. So whether that means communicating with the creditor about something specific, we will do that. If it means helping them out by reducing their payment amount, for example, we just want them to be successful on the program.
So if somebody is really struggling to take that first step, I think the most important thing for them to understand is that step may feel scary, but there's always relief that comes with just taking a step forward and knowing I've done something to change this situation. And by doing that, I'm not paralyzed by I'm empowered and I'm not paralyzed by my circumstances, but I'm in control of what happens next. So that step may seem scary, but in all of my conversations with our counselors or with people that have done something to change their circumstances, they've never, ever once said, well, I really wish I hadn't called, or I really wish I hadn't done something, I wish I hadn't made a budget, or I wish I hadn't asked for help. I've never heard anybody say that.
I pretend every person in here is you're my brother, you're my father, you're my mom. Nobody's more important to me than my mom. So when you call in here and you need something, I'm treating you like you're my mama. So you're going to get A1, number one service. That's what I do.
We can get you lower monthly payments. So not only do you save in the long run with the interest, but you save on a daily basis with your monthly payment. And that within itself, for normal everyday life, is good for the clients because they get to save money short-term and long-term.
For somebody who is thinking about giving us a call if they're looking for assistance with their financial situation, I would suggest that they at least call in to get a free assessment. I mean, at the end of the assessment or throughout the assessment, they're actually completing a budget. And that budget is actually sent out to anyone who completes the budget. and you're given 2 options, at least 2 options, along with an action plan. So being that you get all of that with no charge, and you're at a crossroads, there's no harm in going ahead and giving us a call.
So if you're going through a situation that you need help with as far as your debt, always seek assistance. Don't wait until it's too late to find help, because once you wait until it's too late, it's going to start limiting the amount of help that you get. Okay, so it's always better to be proactive rather than reactive.
CESI counselors take a great deal of pride in going the extra mile for the client. In their conversations, they're actively listening to hear the consumer's needs and as well as their difficulties, and really trying to provide hope through education. Many times people can feel despondent about their debt because they're not educated about the options that are available to them, or they may not understand that it's very small changes and adjustments that can ultimately snowball and lead to debt being paid off relatively quickly than it otherwise would be.
Sometimes it's hard for them to speak about their situation. Yes, I've been behind. I haven't been making payments. Things have been going, I've been sick. I've had, my husband lost his job. He was sick. It's hard to tell your story to a complete stranger. So getting them to take that first step, you have to be very understanding as to what they're going through and what we can do to help. And once they tell you what their situation is, we will give you the best course of action.
Any potential customer of CESI would be glad to know that we are a BBB A+ rated business. We are a nonprofit and we've been in business since 1998. We are trusted and we're very active in our local community. We provide not only debt management programs, but we also provide bankruptcy counseling, both pre and post. We offer student loan counseling for those struggling with student loan debt. And we also have a number of housing counseling options for foreclosure prevention, reverse mortgage counseling, anything you need in order to be able to get yourself back on track financially. CESI is able to provide it through our wide array of services.
I had owned a business, window cleaning, deck building, renovation kind of business, and when the housing market crashed in 2008, 2009, we plummeted and ended up with about $11,000 in debt. I felt like I was drowning and CESI was the lifeboat. They saved me, man, they really did.
Well, I was having trouble paying some bills. It's very hard for someone like myself because I'm on a fixed income. I didn't want to be burdened anymore. I didn't want to feel bound or captive by the bills. And CESI was there when I needed them. And I have a peace of mind. They've given me a peace of mind.